Hey guys, welcome to Y&R Daily Update YouTube channel. Today's topics: Y&R early week spoilers, August 18th to 22nd. Lily's danger, Kane's risky move. Nick's setback. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of August 18th suggest some are ahead. Fans can expect Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil to play a dangerous game. Get updates on the latest news about the Young and the Restless straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? However, is Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn playing games as well? Meanwhile, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Casey's face a setback. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Lily Winters' deceptive game. Let's start off with Lily, who is taking Victor Newman's Eric Braeden. Suggestion about Kane. The tycoon seems to have hope when he was contacted by Lily asking for a meeting. About halfway through that meeting, Lily found an opening to get what she wants from Kane. However, Kane is a crafty guy and has learned a lot over the years. One interesting moment was that Kane claimed he now gets sick from flying. Something Lily doesn't recall from his younger years, so that could be a clue. What is this? Kane Ashby's gamble. Kane seems like a bright guy who has learned to read people very well. Although a few of his statements have caught Lily off guard, Kane could be making a risky gamble. The man might hope that he can charm Lily back into his bed. Although Lily pretends to hate the man, I wonder if she's just covering up her own feelings. Nick Newman's setback. Over with Nick, he will be on fire to help Victor defeat Kane. There is a lot that Nick is fuming about when it comes to Kane. However, I wonder if Nick will go too far, and that could explain Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, seeing a new side to the man. There is also Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, who could give Audrey Charles, Zulia Silver, a dose of her own medicine. When Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, returns from Chicago, he could get a startling dose of reality from Claire's bombshell. How does Audra expect to talk herself out of this one? What is this? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of August 18th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless is setting Genoa City ablaze during the week of August 18th to 22nd with a run of episodes that promise to shake alliances, test loyalties, and force characters into corners they may not escape from unscathed. This week, the stakes are sky high for Lily Winters, as she stumbles into a dangerous situation that could unravel her personal and professional life. At the same time, Kane Ashby finds himself making a risky move that could either save his family or destroy it forever. And over in the Newman camp, Nick Newman faces a devastating setback that forces him to reevaluate his role in the family, empire, and his personal life. It's a week loaded with suspense, emotion, and the kind of character-driven drama that keeps fans glued to their screens. Lily has been riding a fine line between peacekeeping and ambition ever since tensions flared within Chancellor Winters. She's always prided herself on being the calm, collected one who can guide the ship through stormy waters. But this week, the tides turn in a way she never saw coming. A seemingly innocuous business meeting morphs into a tense confrontation that spirals beyond the boardroom. Lily finds herself in the wrong place at the wrong time, overhearing a conversation that was never meant for her ears. The content of that conversation is not just damaging, it's explosive and puts her directly in the path of a powerful adversary who will stop at nothing to protect their secret. As she debates whether to confront the truth hidden or protect herself and her loved ones, Lily realizes that either choice carries enormous risk. The danger isn't just in the revelation itself, but in the shadowy forces moving behind the scenes. Kane's story this week runs parallel to Lily's, but with its own razor-sharp edge. For months, he's been quietly working angles to restore his financial footing and prove himself once again as a provider and protector. This week, that mission reaches a tipping point when he discovers an opportunity that could solve his problems in one fell swoop. If he's willing to cross a line he swore he'd never cross again. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. The gamble is intoxicating, promising quick results and a potential return to the life he once had. But the danger is just as real. The deal is laced with legal and moral minefields, and one wrong step could send him tumbling back into the kind of trouble he spent years trying to outrun. Kane's decision will have ripple effects not only on his own life, but also on those closest to him, including Lily, who may find herself pulled into the fallout, whether she likes it or not. Meanwhile, Nick Newman is facing his own crisis of control. After a series of personal and professional blows, Nick thought he had stabilized things both at Newman Enterprises and in his private life. But this week delivers a gut punch that knocks the wind out of him. A high-stakes project he's been championing is suddenly jeopardized by an unexpected betrayal, and the fallout threatens to tarnish his reputation. The setback forces Nick to grapple with the reality that no matter how hard he works to distance himself from his father's ruthless tactics, the Newman name comes with baggage and enemies he can't entirely avoid. As he scrambles to salvage the situation, Nick begins to suspect that the betrayal may have roots closer to home than he ever imagined. Could someone in his own circle be working against him? If so, the revelation could permanently alter the relationships he holds most dear. While these three storylines dominate the week, they're not unfolding in isolation. The threads are interconnected, creating an intricate web of tension across Genoa City. Lily's dangerous discovery could end up tying directly into Kane's risky move if the wrong people connect the dots. Nick's setback may be related to the same power plays threatening Chancellor Winters, hinting that there's a bigger game afoot in town, a game with multiple players, hidden alliances, and long-term stakes. The writers are skillfully setting the stage for future confrontations, and this week's events may be the spark that ignites a much larger war. Expect the emotions to run high. For Lily, the fear of what's coming is balanced by her determination to stand her ground. She's not the kind of woman to back down. But she's also smart enough to know when she's outmatched. Kane's desperation will be palpable, driving him to make choices that could alienate allies and embolden enemies. And Nick's frustration will simmer just below the surface, the kind of slow burn that could eventually explode into a full-on confrontation with those he believes have wronged him. The question isn't just who will come out on top, but who will survive the week without losing everything they've fought. Viewers should also brace themselves for a few unexpected faces and surprise alliances. A returning character could hold the key to unraveling one of the week's mysteries. While a shift in loyalty may leave another Genoa City power player vulnerable, the undercurrent of danger will be present in every scene, whether it's a tense boardroom negotiation, a hushed conversation in society, or a private moment between former lovers trying to find common ground. This is The Young and the Restless at its best. Personal stakes, corporate intrigue, romantic entanglements, and the ever-present possibility that one wrong move could change the game forever. The week of August 18th to 22nd is more than just a setup for future drama. It's a turning point for Lily, Kane, and Nick, each of whom will leave the week in a vastly different position than where they began. Fans will want to watch closely because the seeds planted in these episodes are likely to bear fruit in the weeks to come. And in Genoa City, that fruit is rarely sweet. Instead, it's often laced with poison, betrayal, and the intoxicating taste of power. The Young and the Restless continues to pile on the tension as the week of August 18th to 22nd unfolds. And with every passing day, the stakes for Lily Winters, Kane, Ashby, and Nick Newman get higher. Monday's developments bleed directly into Tuesday's chaos, forcing characters to act on impulse, face their worst fears, and in some cases, make irreversible choices. For Lily, what started as an uncomfortable discovery now morphs into an active threat. The person whose secret she overheard is not just suspicious. They are dangerously unpredictable. Lily notices subtle signs that she's being watched. Her phone acting strangely, and a chilling moment when a stranger brushes past her at crimson lights with a whispered warning. Her instincts tell her this isn't a coincidence. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. And when Devon picks up on her unease, he presses for details. But Lily hesitates. If she shares what she knows, Devon could become a target, too. This internal tug-of-war is the heart of Lily's week, as she struggles with the knowledge that silence might protect her family. But speaking up could stop a much bigger disaster. Kane, meanwhile, barrels deeper into his risky venture. By Tuesday, he's in talks with someone from his past, a figure tied to a shady investment that once almost landed him in legal trouble. This time the stakes are higher and the timeline is shorter. Kane convinces himself that the risks are manageable, but it's clear he's leaning on old habits and taking dangerous shortcuts. The tension spikes when he learns that his deal might indirectly connect to the very situation putting Lily in danger. The question becomes whether Kane will piece this together in time or whether his actions will pull the rug out from under Lily just when she needs stability most. Nick Newman's week shifts from frustration to suspicion. By midweek, he's quietly investigating the betrayal that tanked his project, and the clues lead him uncomfortably close to home. He notices inconsistencies in someone's story. overhears a cryptic phone call, and begins to suspect that his trust has been misplaced. As much as he wants to confront the person outright, Nick knows he needs proof. And in Genoa City, proof often comes at a price. A conversation with Sharon provides him with unexpected perspective, reminding him that the truth can be just as destructive as a lie if handled poorly. This forces Nick to slow down and strategize even as his emotions push him toward action. By Thursday, the tension between these storylines begins to merge. Chance Chancellor picks up on odd patterns in recent business dealings, hinting that a larger conspiracy could be unfolding. His questions bring him into contact with both Lily and Nick, and though neither shares the full truth, the overlapping details make him wonder if Genoa City is about to face a corporate war that could spill into personal vendettas. Kane, still unaware of the full picture, makes a bold play to finalize his deal. Just as the person threatening Lily makes their presence unmistakably known, the end of the week crescendos into a Friday cliffhanger. Lily receives an anonymous package at her office containing a single ominous item that makes it clear her adversary knows exactly where she works, where she lives, and who she cares about. Kane gets a call that the deal is off unless he can produce something highly specific, something that would put him in direct conflict with a Newman interest. Nick uncovers enough evidence to confront the person he suspects, only to have them turn the tables with an accusation that could destroy his credibility. All three characters stand at the edge of decisions that will carry consequences into the following weeks, setting up what could be a full-blown battle for power, survival, and loyalty in Genoa City. As the week of August 18th to 22nd nears its climax, Genoa City's tension reaches a boiling point. Early Friday morning, Lily's peril escalates as the anonymous warning she received turns into an immediate threat. A car she frequently uses is found tampered with outside her apartment, forcing her to rely on Devon and a trusted ally for protection. The usually composed Lily is pushed to the edge, her intellect and courage tested as she navigates the dual pressures of corporate intrigue and personal safety. Each move she makes is scrutinized, and even her closest friends are left guessing whether she's keeping secrets for protection or hiding critical information that could change everything. Kane Asheb, meanwhile, learns that the risky deal he's been chasing comes with strings attached far more entangled than he anticipated. He must deliver sensitive information tied to a Newman enterprise to secure the payoff. Kane wrestles with his moral compass, knowing that the act could jeopardize relationships he's fought to preserve for years. The tension escalates as he realizes that timing is critical. A single misstep could trigger a chain reaction affecting everyone he loves, including Lily. Kane's struggle illustrates the show's classic theme: the collision of ambition, loyalty, and ethical boundaries. Nick Newman's storyline accelerates as he finally confronts the person responsible for his setback. The encounter is charged with emotion, a mix of anger, betrayal, and desperate attempts to maintain control over his world. The confrontation reveals layers of manipulation that extend beyond what Nick initially suspected, forcing him to consider alliances he would normally reject. Every choice he makes risks fracturing the delicate balance within the Newman family and the empire they've built, demonstrating that even those at the top can be vulnerable when deception lurks within familiar walls. As Friday progresses, storylines begin to intertwine. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Lily's danger, Kane's risky venture, and Nick's personal and professional challenges all converge in moments of high suspense. Genoa City is transformed into a chessboard where each character's move triggers consequences for others, creating a week-long domino effect that will carry forward into future episodes. Unexpected alliances form, subtle betrayals are revealed, and long-standing rivalries flare up, reminding viewers why The Young and the Restless has captivated audiences for decades. The week closes on a tension-filled note. Lily cautiously returns home under close watch. Kane faces the immediate repercussions of his high-stakes gambit, and Nick, though armed with knowledge, is left to grapple with whether confronting the truth will restore order or ignite further chaos. Each storyline sets the stage for dramatic developments, ensuring viewers are left on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the fallout in the episodes to come. Genoa City, as always, proves that in a world of power, love, and betrayal, the only certainty is that nothing remains static for long. As the dust begins to settle on the week of August 18th to 22nd, Genoa City faces the immediate consequences of the high-stakes drama that has consumed Lily, Kane, and Nick. Monday's revelations, Tuesday's confrontations, and Friday's set the stage for an intricate web of consequences that will ripple through every corner of the city. Lily Winters, still grappling with the knowledge of the secret she accidentally uncovered, finds herself reassessing whom she can truly trust. Her normally steadfast demeanor begins to show cracks as she navigates the tension between self-preservation and her innate desire to protect those she loves. The constant sense of danger and the shadow of an unseen adversary force Lily to act with calculated caution, making every interaction a potential minefield. Devin, ever vigilant, continues to play the role of protector and sounding board, but even his support can't completely shield her from the fallout of the week's events. Kane Ashby's storyline mirrors the tension surrounding Lily, but operates on a different axis, where the intersection of ambition and morality is brought into sharp focus. As Kane attempts to execute his risky venture, he is confronted with unexpected hurdles that test both his patience and his ingenuity. The deal he's chasing is no longer a simple transaction. It has become a game of strategy, bluff, and negotiation where the stakes are personal, professional, and potentially devastating. Every decision he makes this week has a direct impact not only on himself, but on Lily, his loved ones, and even on the broader landscape of power in Genoa City. Meanwhile, Nick Newman continues to contend with the fallout of his professional setback. By the middle of the week, his investigation into the betrayal intensifies, revealing layers of deception that shake him to the core. Confrontations with allies and adversaries alike force Nick to navigate treacherous waters where a single misstep could undo everything he has fought to establish. His struggle emphasizes the series' recurring theme that power and influence are never free of peril, and even those with the sharpest instincts must constantly evaluate who can be trusted. Across the board, the week's drama converges in unexpected ways. Lily's danger, Kane's gamble, and Nick's revelations are threads in a larger tapestry, demonstrating how the interconnected lives in Genoa City continually influence one another. Surprising alliances emerge, secrets come to light, and long-standing rivalries ignite anew, creating an atmosphere of tension that carries through each scene. As Friday approaches, the narrative builds toward a crescendo. Lily faces immediate threats that push her to the edge of her resolve. Kane confronts the consequences of his bold actions, and Nick is left to make critical decisions that could redefine his relationships and his role within the Newman Empire. These converging storylines reinforce the Young and the Restless signature style, high-stakes drama driven by complex character dynamics, moral dilemmas, and the ever-present potential for shocking revelations. The early week of August 18th to 22nd ultimately serves as a turning point for Genoa City's residents. Lily, Kane, and Nick each navigate their challenges with varying degrees of success. Yet the outcomes leave a lasting impact that promises to resonate in the episodes that follow. Fans of the show are left with gripping cliffhangers, intricate plotting, and an unrelenting sense of suspense that ensures their attention remains firmly fixed on the drama unfolding in this iconic soap opera. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. As the week of August 18th to 22nd pushes toward its finale, Genoa City becomes a pressure cooker of intersecting storylines with Lily, Kane, and Nick at the epicenter of a storm that shows no signs of abating. Monday's revelations set the tone, but by midweek, the stakes escalate exponentially. Lily Winters, now acutely aware that she is being watched, begins to notice subtle signs of surveillance and manipulations in her daily routine. From suspicious emails to misdirected phone calls, she senses that someone is orchestrating a series of events designed to destabilize her. Her normally analytical mind races to anticipate the next move, but each calculated action seems to draw her deeper into a trap. Devin remains her steadfast support, but even he recognizes that they are dealing with an adversary who is unpredictable and potentially dangerous. Meanwhile, Kane Ashby's story arc evolves in complexity. What started as a calculated risk now borders on reckless as he realizes the full magnitude of the deal he has entered. He discovers that the payoff hinges on information that is not only sensitive but could directly compromise Newman Enterprises. Kane's internal struggle, his desire to protect his family, his need to secure financial stability, and his fear of crossing moral lines comes to a head in a series of tense, high-stakes interactions. The ramifications of his choices are threatening to entangle Lily in his schemes and ignite conflict with the Newman family. On the Newman side of Genoa City, Nick's predicament grows increasingly perilous. As he digs deeper into the betrayal that sabotaged his recent project, he uncovers a network of alliances and covert strategies that challenge his assumptions about loyalty and trust. Conversations with key allies and clandestine meetings reveal that some of the most dangerous threats may lie within his own circle. Nick's frustration is tempered by a meticulous need to gather proof, forcing him to balance his emotional responses with strategic planning. As the week advances, the story lines begin to intersect in dramatic fashion. Chancellor notices irregularities in business dealings that seem to link the perils facing Lily with Kane's risky maneuvers and the setbacks haunting Nick. Though the connections are subtle at first, the potential for a larger conspiracy becomes apparent, creating an overarching tension that permeates the city. Thursday and Friday bring a crescendo of suspense. Lily's sense of threat materializes when a direct message or package arrives, confirming that her adversary is not only aware of her actions, but capable of manipulating events to their advantage. Kane faces immediate repercussions from his risky decision, confronting obstacles that force him to make quick, morally ambiguous choices. Nick is forced to confront the architect of his setback, engaging in a confrontation fraught with emotion, power, and the possibility of further fallout. By week's end, the events of August 18th to 22nd leave lasting impressions on Genoa City. Lily, Kane, and Nick emerge from the week changed, each confronting the consequences of their actions, the fragility of their alliances, and the ever-present tension between ambition, morality, and survival. The intertwining narratives reinforce the Young and the Restless hallmark drama. A city where power, betrayal, and desire collide, and where the only certainty is that nothing and no one remains untouched by the week's revelations. Fans are left, eagerly anticipating the next chapter, knowing that the choices made this week will reverberate through future episodes, shaping the landscape of Genoa City in unexpected and thrilling ways. The drama in Genoa City is reaching a fever pitch as Lily Winters finds herself at the center of a web of lies, deception, and shocking revelations. Fans of The Young and the Restless have watched Lily grow from a sweet, ambitious young woman into a figure whose cunning and determination could rival the city's most notorious schemers. The latest developments promise to test loyalties, push boundaries, and leave viewers questioning everything they thought they knew about her. It all begins with Lily's calculated moves to secure her own interests while keeping everyone around her in the dark. No one could have predicted the lengths she would go to, and her latest scheme might just be her boldest yet. Lily's deception starts innocently enough, or at least it appears to. Those close to her notice subtle changes in behavior, brief moments of evasiveness, and carefully curated stories about her whereabouts. What seems like minor omissions gradually snowball into a full-blown conspiracy, leaving her friends, family, and romantic interests suspicious but unsure of the truth. Lily has always been adept at masking her true intentions, but this time, the stakes are higher than ever. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. With someone like Kane Ashby, whose loyalty and intuition are unmatched, starting to piece things together, the tension escalates dramatically. Kane's growing unease over Lily's actions fuels an undercurrent of conflict, setting the stage for explosive confrontations. The complexity of Lily's plan lies in its multi-layered approach. She navigates corporate dealings, personal relationships, and emotional manipulation with a skill that is as impressive as it is dangerous. At the heart of her strategy is the goal of gaining leverage in both her career and personal life. Lily is aware that in Genoa City, power is currency, and she is determined not to be left behind. Every meeting, every conversation, and every text message is meticulously crafted to maintain appearances while advancing her secret agenda. Those around her, from family members like Devon to colleagues at Chancellor Industries, remain blissfully unaware of the storm brewing just beneath the surface. Lily's romantic entanglements complicate matters even further. Her relationship with Kane, already tested by past betrayals and miscommunications, is pushed to the breaking point as she keeps him in the dark. At the same time, her interactions with other characters, some allies, some potential adversaries, create a network of tension and suspense that fans are loving. Each encounter is loaded with subtext, and viewers are left guessing whether Lily's motives are purely self-serving or if she has a hidden agenda for the people she claims to care about. The line between loyalty and manipulation becomes increasingly blurred, leaving everyone in her orbit on edge. The consequences of Lily's deception are starting to ripple through Genoa City in unexpected ways. Trust that once seemed unshakable begins to crack, and alliances that appeared solid are tested. Characters who have always believed in Lily's integrity are forced to confront the possibility that she is capable of betrayal. Secrets that have been buried for years are beginning to surface, threatening not only Lily's relationships, but also the reputations and fortunes of those around her. Every new revelation adds fuel to the fire, creating a narrative that is equal parts thrilling and terrifying. As the weeks unfold, viewers can expect shocking twists, emotional confrontations, and moments of vulnerability that reveal new layers to Lily's character. There is no telling how far she will go or what length she will take to protect her interests. The tension between her public persona and private machinations is reaching a crescendo, and fans are left on the edge of their seats wondering who will be the first to uncover the truth. Lily's story is a masterclass in drama combining suspense, emotional depth, and the unpredictable dynamics of life in Genoa City. The brilliance of this storyline lies in its unpredictability. No character is safe, and every move Lily makes could have repercussions that extend far beyond her immediate circle. The writers have crafted a plot that keeps audiences guessing, blending intrigue, ambition, and betrayal into a narrative that is impossible to ignore. Lily Winters is no longer just a participant in Genoa City's dramas. She is a driving force, a character whose actions have the potential to reshape relationships, corporate empires, and the very fabric of trust in the city. Fans are eagerly speculating about how this deception will unravel. Will Lily be able to maintain her carefully constructed facade, or will her secrets be exposed in a dramatic showdown? Who will be her first real challenger? And how will the fallout affect those who have been blindsided by her actions? Every interaction is loaded with tension, and every conversation could be the moment that changes everything. The suspense is palpable, and it is this unpredictable quality that has audiences glued to their screens, hungry for the next revelation. Lily's deception is not just about personal gain. It is also a commentary on the intricate power dynamics that define Genoa City. Her journey highlights the complexity of ambition, the moral gray areas of loyalty, and the high stakes of emotional and professional manipulation. She is both a protagonist and a wild card, a character whose choices provoke intense reactions, and whose motivations inspire endless discussion among fans. The ripple effects of her actions are felt across the city, touching lives in ways that are both immediate and far-reaching. As the drama continues, Lily Winters' story is shaping up to be one of the most compelling arcs in recent The Young and the Restless history. The combination of suspense, emotional intensity, and intricate plotting ensures that viewers will remain captivated, debating every move and questioning every word. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Her deceptive game is more than a plotline. It is a narrative force that challenges perceptions, ignites conflict, and reshapes relationships. Fans are witnessing the evolution of a character who is both relatable and enigmatic, whose actions are driven by ambition, love, and survival instinct. In conclusion, Lily Winters' deceptive game is a storyline that captures the essence of Genoa City drama. Unpredictable, emotionally charged, and full of twists that leave viewers constantly guessing. As alliances shift, secrets are revealed, and loyalties are tested, one thing is certain: Lily is a force to be reckoned with. Her calculated moves, emotional manipulation, and ambitious schemes ensure that the stakes remain high, the tension unrelenting, and the drama impossible to ignore. The Young and the Restless continues to deliver top-tier storytelling, and Lily Winters is at the very heart of this electrifying saga, keeping fans enthralled and eager for every shocking turn that lies ahead. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of August 18th to 22nd reveal a week filled with high drama, intense character conflicts, and shifting alliances centered around three pivotal characters: Lily Winters, Kane Ashby, and Nick Newman. Lily Winters finds herself entangled in a dangerous game after overhearing an explosive secret that threatens her personal and professional life. Her cautious yet ambitious nature leads her to carefully navigate threats and deception, all while balancing her loyalty to family and career ambitions. Kane Ashby is making a risky, morally ambiguous move involving a shady business deal that could either restore his standing or bring devastating consequences, not just for himself but for those close to him, including Lily. Meanwhile, Nick Newman suffers a major professional setback as a high-profile project is sabotaged, forcing him to investigate betrayal within his own circle, which strains his personal relationships and challenges his leadership within the Newman family empire. The storylines intertwine to create a complex web of tension and intrigue across Genoa City. Lily's discovery and growing paranoia about being watched, Kane's dangerous business gambit, and Nick's unraveling trust culminate in a week of suspenseful confrontations, unexpected alliances, and cliffhangers. The narrative explores themes of ambition, loyalty, deception, and the moral gray areas that define the characters' choices. By the end of the week, each protagonist faces critical decisions with far-reaching consequences, setting the stage for dramatic developments and power struggles in the episodes to come. The week promises to keep fans on the edge of their seats with emotional depth, corporate intrigue, and the unpredictable dynamics of life in Genoa City. Lily Winters uncovers a dangerous secret, putting her life and career at risk. Kane Ashby makes a high-stakes gamble that could change his and Lily's futures. Nick Newman faces betrayal and a career-threatening setback within his own circle. Paranoia and surveillance escalate as Lily realizes she is being watched. Secrets, lies, and shifting loyalties dominate Genoa City's power struggles. Moral dilemmas challenge Kane's ambitions and loyalties deeply. The week ends with cliffhangers promising explosive fallout and dramatic confrontations. Lily's growing danger, a study in risk and resilience. Lily Winters' storyline highlights the precarious balance between ambition and vulnerability. Her accidental discovery of a secret turns her from a calm peacekeeper into a woman navigating a minefield of threats and deception. This shift underscores how even the most composed characters in Genoa City are susceptible to danger when secrets surface. Her cautious yet determined approach demonstrates the evolving complexities of her character, moving beyond innocence to a figure willing to engage in calculated deception to protect her interests. Kane's risky gambit, ambition versus morality. Kane Ashby's decision to pursue a shady business deal encapsulates the classic soap opera tension between personal ambition and ethical boundaries, his gamble offering the promise of quick redemption while courting disaster reflects how desperation can lead characters to compromise their values. Kane's internal moral conflict adds depth to his character and raises questions about the sustainability of choices made under pressure. His actions also serve as a catalyst that may pull Lily deeper into the ensuing turmoil, showing the interconnectedness of personal and professional stakes. Nick Newman's betrayal, trust and power in peril. Nick Newman's subplot revolves around betrayal from within his trusted circle, highlighting the fragile nature of loyalty in high-stakes environments. His journey from frustration to suspicion and cautious investigation illustrates the challenges of leadership when enemies are disguised as allies. This storyline emphasizes recurring themes in The Young and the Restless: the burden of legacy, the complexity of family dynamics, and the cost of power struggles. Nick's tactical restraint, despite emotional turmoil, suggests a layered character balancing personal feelings with strategic necessity. The atmosphere of surveillance and paranoia. Lily's increasing awareness of being watched through suspicious emails, phone calls, and encounters introduces an atmosphere of paranoia that heightens suspense. This element reflects a broader narrative technique where psychological tension complements physical threats. It also mirrors anxieties about privacy and trust, making the storyline resonate on multiple levels. The subtle signs of surveillance illustrate how power games in Genoa City extend beyond corporate boardrooms and into personal lives, amplifying the stakes. Interwoven storylines, a mosaic of conflict and conspiracy. The interconnection of Lily's, Kane's, and Nick's storylines forms a complex web of intrigue, suggesting a larger conspiracy at play in Genoa City. This narrative design invites viewers to engage actively in piecing together clues and anticipating how individual choices ripple across the community. The convergence of corporate intrigue, family drama, and personal vendettas highlights the soap's hallmark of layered storytelling where no character's journey is isolated. This interconnectedness increases the dramatic tension and sets up multiple future conflicts. Moral ambiguity as a driving force. The week's episodes delve into the moral gray areas inhabited by each character. Lily's deception, Kane's risky deal, and Nick's handling of betrayal all involve difficult ethical decisions where right and wrong blur. This ambiguity challenges viewers to reassess their sympathies and complicates straightforward judgments, enriching the narrative. It also reflects the real-life complexity of navigating ambition, loyalty, and survival in competitive environments, making the drama relatable despite its heightened soap opera context. Cliffhangers and suspense build momentum. Their use of cliffhangers, such as the anonymous threatening package to Lily, Kane's deal being jeopardized, and Nick's confrontation turning against him, serves as an effective tool to maintain high suspense and viewer engagement. These moments crystallize the week's tension and ensure that audiences remain invested in the unfolding drama. They also indicate that the current events are just the beginning of a larger power struggle that will continue to shape Genoa City's landscape, promising ongoing excitement and plot twists. The Young and the Restless delivers a tightly woven, suspenseful week of storytelling with the August 18th to 22nd episodes. Lily Winters emerges as a central figure navigating danger and deception with increasing complexity. Kane Ashby's bold but risky actions add moral and strategic tension. And Nick Newman's betrayal storyline deepens the themes of trust and power. The convergence of these storylines, set against the backdrop of corporate intrigue and personal peril, reinforces the show's enduring appeal. Fans are left eagerly anticipating the fallout and future developments that will challenge loyalties, reshape alliances, and redefine power in Genoa City.